Let's get all sorted. I'm James.
And I'm Jeff. Hey, James, today we're going wild.
And domesticated. As always, if you want to check out the links to everything we're talking about today, go to breakingdads.com.
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 You can also leave us comments there or find us on Twitter. I'm at Still Sorting.
And please rate us in iTunes. Helps people find it as it moves us up the chart or whatever it is.
And it fulfills us emotionally. And I think that's really the key.
You need to feel like a 5-star Jeff.
Yeah, I need the feedback, and sometimes I lie awake at night crying because I don't have it. So if you would like me to stop crying, that's probably the wrong tact.
I give you at least 3 stars, Jeff.
Aw.
Yeah.
And I give you 1.
Out of 100. So what do we
today, when we did our Lego and the Trouble with Girls episode, it became very obvious that Lego makes a lot of horses.
They do.
And then when I went to the show that the Vancouver Lego Club had put on for the Surrey Museum, I noticed a lot of other Lego animals, and it raised the question, just how many animals has Lego made?
How many?
A lot. In my count, if you're just counting realistic, domestic, and wild animals, Lego has molded 51 different species over the years.
Wow.
With a ton of variants within those species.
Huh.
So that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah. At first, all the animals, just like the people, were just brick built. And then one day they made one. Now, I've often heard it said that the first minifig scale animal Lego made was the horse in 1984 as part of the Castle line. I may have even repeated that fact on our Lego Castles Part 1 podcast. However, I was wrong. I know. I'm shocked by that too. The first ever Lego animal was a rare piece that only shows up in 4 sets, and it's a little yellow bird inside a white bird cage.
So it's to scale.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, more in scale than any of the other Lego birds that they've done since. It first appeared in a Fabuland set.
Fabuland!
In 1983. If you've forgotten what Fabuland is, it was in our minifigures podcast. That is the anthropomorphic animal-headed figures that walk around and inhibit children's nightmares.
The David Lynch Lego
Yes,
set,
David Lynch Lego set.
It makes me, I love it more every day.
It is very awesome.
I often think of it.
I have clicked on them many a time, and I want some now. And for a set, this might be one I would get for sure. This is the Fabuland set. It appeared in 1983. It was set number 3788. It's Paulette Poodle in her living room.
That's awesome.
It is fantastic. There's so much. It's a tiny set. It doesn't have a lot in it, but let me say what's inside here. It's an interesting set. You get the anthropomorphic dog, a poodle, of course, Paulette. You get a brick-built shelf. You get Lego flowers in yellow. You get a table and a chair, but only one chair. She's not having a lot of company. No. And then the bird cage with a little yellow canary inside.
Paulette Poodle's a shut-in.
Yes. Now, there's a couple odd things on this. First off, I would like to say I was also wrong on the Big Bang Theory. That is not the first living room playset that Lego has made. Apparently,
was like,
yeah.
Dude.
Hey, man, I've been here since 1983. Show me some respect. And
get out and leave me alone.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Oh, and a vacuum. You get a little upright vacuum as well, which is just fantastic. What else is she going to do in her living room? She's not going to entertain. She's got a vacuum.
She has OCD.
Yes.
She's alone vacuuming with talking to her bird.
The running the vacuum is the only thing that keeps the bird quiet.
There you go.
I think that's what it is. Likes the white noise. Now, the other thing that's really odd about this set is you get a Fabuland set with a anthropomorphic dog, but then you get a realistic bird in a bird cage. They make anthropomorphic birds in this line.
Yeah.
Is this racist?
Speciesist?
Or what I don't know. Maybe the anthropomorphic, maybe there's a set out there with one of the birds having a pet dog and it kind of evens it out. I don't know.
It's very cartoon.
Yeah, it's quite bizarre. You know, like when the other birds come over to visit, do they just sit there like, we'll save you, buddy. We'll save you.
Just looking awkwardly.
Set you free.
Let's not talk about the canary and the...
Yeah. It is one of the weirdest sets I've ever seen. And that's saying something because Fabuland makes some very bizarre sets.
I love it.
But yeah, so it made that first appearance in 83.
And when do we see it again?
Not until 1999.
99.
Yeah, so
16 years
16
later.
years later, it's in the Enchanted Palace, which is a Belleville set.
It's like it just got lost and they found a box of them one day.
I think that's what happened, because in 99 it's in one set. In 2000 it's in Mickey's Mansion. Apparently anthropomorphic animals owning other animals was a thing.
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, Mickey, you're so fine. Here's a bird in a cage for you.
Perfect.
Yes.
And they were like, you know what? We found 1,600 more crates of these things.
Yes.
So what else can we put them in?
And then in 2001, the Enchanted Garden, another Belleville set. So I'm guessing Enchanted is code word for caged canary. I'm not sure
I think so.
how that works, but... and then that was it. It was never seen again.
So 3 years, though. Yeah, that's a stockpile.
Yeah, that had to be. That had to be someone.
Mold,
I don't think they were
mold
like,
is like,
hey, let's make more of these.
who knows? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's mysterious.
But it's a very cool piece. In that I didn't know it existed, and now I'm obsessed with it. It and Paulette Poodle.
As it goes.
Yes.
Paulette Poodle. So what goes next?
So in the following year, LEGO introduces the horse, and you could get it in black or white, depending on your set, or because these were the early castle sets, you often got both of them in one set, which is quite nice. And from then on, they've never stopped making horses. In 86, they added the brown color to the options. By 2015, you have 9 different colors of horses.
Wow.
So which is pretty nice. In 96, they made a pony that only appeared in 2 of the Paradisa sets. Paradisa?
Paradisa?
Paradisa.
Paradisa?
Paradisa.
Must be Paradisa.
Yeah, I'm going to say Paradisa. We said it like 50
I
times
don't
in that
know.
Lego Girls one. I don't know if we've ever said it right once. But hey, there's no one here to correct us. If you'd like to correct us, please leave a comment at breakingdads.com or hit me on Twitter at Still Sorting. So the pony, you can pick up a used one for about $5 or $6, or if you can get a unused one, never been played with, for around $15 on Bricklink. So it's a pretty well sought after, pretty cool thing that only appeared in 2 sets. I like it. It's a cute little pony. It fits the Lego look. But overall, between System Lego, between Belleville, and Scala sets, Lego has made 35 different horses that have appeared in approximately 218 sets.
Wow.
It's hard to get a super accurate count because I lost my mind doing this, as different horses will appear together in different sets.
Yeah.
But I think I got it. I think I have it right.
No,
If anyone else would like to go look at every set ever
So
made and
count
count, feel free. Apparently, I'm the only obsessive compulsive person out there doing this.
Was Scala the ones with the horses with the manes and stuff?
Yeah, Scala, they're bigger horses,
Right.
because they're the Barbie-sized things.
Yeah.
Dolls, I guess
But
they are.
they got the hair.
They got the hair, yeah. So there's lots of very pretty horses
Yeah.
in those lines.
There's a lot of variety.
A lot of variety. And that's why the horse has appeared in almost twice as many sets as any other animal. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, people like horses.
Yeah. So that was it. 84. They released those, and because Lego used to let their sets be on the market for a long time, we didn't get any new animals until 1989, which we talked about when we did our pirate theme episode. When the pirate theme was launched, they had 3 classic animals.
You can't have it without them.
No, you got to have parrots, sharks, and monkeys.
Yeah.
Right? What's a pirate without parrots, sharks, and monkeys?
He's-
What's a pirate going to be like? Walk the plank. We're going to feed you to the studs down there.
And you won't have a wooden leg, and you won't have anything on your shoulder, and there
Yeah.
won't be anything throwing poo at you.
Exactly.
Or bricks, or whatever
Bricks.
whatever they throw.
Yeah. Can we get through one episode without talking about poop? Is
It's
that
impossible.
possible? Okay.
No. We have to stop doing a parenting podcast as well.
That's probably related. So parrots, sharks, monkeys. Of the 3, the parrot has appeared in the most sets. They've done 3 variations, one without any, just solid color, and then 2 different versions of the sort of parody with the green tail. But between those 3 variations, they've appeared in 104 different sets.
Wow.
Sharks have appeared in 50 sets, and they tend to make a comeback every time they do the underwater or the pirate theme.
Everybody likes sharks.
Yeah,
Shark
exactly.
Week.
Exactly. Who wouldn't want a Lego Shark Week? Sounds good to me. Or a Lego Sharknado. That's just good times. But my personal favorite, the monkey, has only appeared in 35 sets, which I feel is criminally underrepresented.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen one since 2011.
Primates of the world.
Come on, Lego. Bring back the monkey.
Bring back the monkey. Sounds like a campaign.
Yes. And then after those ones in, what year are we in now? I've lost my line. 89. Yeah, that would be it until 1994.
Yeah, that's not too long.
No, it's a little break.
Little break.
Yeah, I mean. So after introducing 5 different species in the first 7 years of making Lego animals, the Lego ecology exploded over the next 7 years. Between 1994 and 2001, Lego made 22 new animals.
Wow.
That's a lot.
They might have just finally realized it. Adding those animal elements are a great way to juice up a set.
Or was it the 90s and they're like, hey, let's build a mold for everything.
Could be that, yeah. Or
little...
they're like ecology. People are thinking about this now.
There's definitely, I'd say there's some of that theme for sure in some of the animals they make. But let's get into it then. So 1994, they gave us the first of 25 different dogs that they would make, which would eventually appear in 93 sets.
Wow.
And they also gave us the alligator / crocodile. I can never tell which is which.
Yeah.
But let's call it an alligator, which just recently got a redesign in 2015. So that's pretty nice. In 95, they introduced a couple of aquatic animals, and I think this had a lot to do with the environment for sure. The octopus, which it's actually very cool looking fig. I like that one. And it's got the studs on the top of it. So it's very,
cool.
very Lego-y. And then the dolphin. So they introduced it in 95. It didn't appear in too many sets, and it hasn't been seen since the year 2000.
Tuna fishing.
Is that?
Yeah, it's probably.
Overfishing the Lego waters is definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is really sad.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, I'm having a moment of silence for the dolphins.
Yeah, that's interesting that they haven't. That's been a long break.
For dolphins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure that the Lego Friends line will take care of that at some point, but it'll be a cutesy dolphin with big eyes. It'll be a whole different. 1995 also gave us the first of 15 different cat variants they would do.
Wow.
Because the dogs need something to chase.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cats have only appeared in 88 sets as opposed to the dogs' 93 sets, so I guess Lego designers like dogs better than cats. They are wrong.
They're catching up fast, though.
Well, they're only 1 year behind, so I guess that's 1 year of sets difference. You could say
that's not bad.
Yeah,
somebody actually spreadsheeted that out. They did. They were like, "Oh, looks like we gotta."
Oh, you mean to make sure they're evening up?
Evening up, yeah.
I'm sure the Lego has spreadsheets for every. I would love to see some of the lists that they have in Lego proper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was 95. After a year off, so no new animals in 96. I'm sure everyone was bummed out at that point. Lego introduced 4 new animals in 97. You got the snake, the bat, the sawfish, and the manta ray.
Manta ray.
Yes. The snake goes on to appear in 96 sets through 3 variations. Basically, you have your basic ground snake. You have a snake that's kind of standing up. That's common in the Ninjago theme. And then a cobra, which just recently came out with one of the 2015 collectible minifigures.
Huh.
So
I'm kind of meh on the snakes.
Yeah, you're not a snake guy, eh?
I don't know. They just aren't Lego-y enough.
You can hold them, and they fit in a minifigure's hand, so the math is good on them there. Yeah, and you can't. I mean, how can you do Indiana Jones without snakes? How can you do?
You're right.
Any adventure-y things.
That's true.
Snakes, man.
Yeah, snakes.
I like them, and you're wrong.
The sawfish and manta ray are cool, though.
Yeah, the sawfish is nice because it's actually just one part different than the shark. It's just the shark body with a different head. But it does look really cool. And the manta ray, it looks so sleek and elegant and nice. But it's only ever appeared in 9 sets, and it hasn't been seen since 2001, which apparently is the year that things disappear. And I want one, but they cost about $10 to get a used one online, and that's more than I want to pay for one plastic animal.
Yeah.
So come on, Lego. Make a manta ray park set that has 7 manta rays in it. That's all I want. Is that too much to ask for?
No.
Good. In 98, Lego throws some small creatures our way. We got a clam, a crab, a starfish, a scorpion, and the basic fish. So those are all nice, cute little ones. I know the clam and the starfish have been used as little architectural detailings in some other sets in the future, which is nice.
Yeah.
The fish we got in 98, though, was actually a decorative piece that was mostly used in the Ninja line. So it's kind of like a jumping fish that's resting on its mouth in a very curvy... It's very decorative.
Yeah.
It's not like the basic modern fish we have that's kind of looks like a trout with a stud hole in the mouth and a spot to hold it halfway down. That didn't come out until 2009.
Wow.
Yeah. But between those two variations, the decorative E1 and the new one, they appear in 75 sets.
They made a good use of that.
Yeah, it's a cute little piece, and I think whenever they put like a cat,
yeah,
you get a little fish with it, or it's fun. In 99, they only saw 2 new animals, one cute and one scary. The cute one was a bunny rabbit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a scary one.
No.
It's a cute bunny.
It's a cute bunny, and it was showed up in 9 sets, mostly Belleville, although there's one Lego holiday train where I think they put every animal they had at the time on it somewhere.
That's pretty cool.
Then we had the spider, which made its grand debut in 99. And this one is going, I think it might pass horses in the future.
Wow.
Right now, it's appeared in an average of 6 sets a year since 1999, ranking it third just behind horses and if you total up all the birds.
I guess it's an easy thing to throw in a set to say scary.
Yeah.
So any kind of theme set that has a little edge to it.
Exactly.
Throw a spider in
any the Halloween-y themed things they put out from time to time, you throw a spider or 2 in there.
Put a spider on it.
Yeah.
It works.
It's the Portlandia version of Lego. I like that. Yeah. So it's 6 sets a year. Horses still average 7, being in 7 sets a year, but a big chunk of that is the early days when they were in a lot of sets. So we'll see. Spiders might catch up. It makes sense. There are more spiders in the world than horses, really.
It probably.
The world would probably be a better place
there
if there's
are in
more
my
horses.
basement.
Yes. Only 2 horses in your basement, right? And then 2000, they finally added bears to Lego. As we're a couple of West Coasty guys.
Yeah, that seems late to the game.
Yeah, bears are been a part of our life for longer than we would like. But it's weird. In 2000, when they introduced bears, they molded 2 different looking bears. So I just find it odd that they'd pay for different molds for the same animal. One was a cute little round type bear that was used in the Scala line. Although they're scaled nicely for the because they were like bear cubs in Scala. They look like bears against a Lego minifigure, so they scale nicely. And then they did a fierce polar bear for the first Arctic theme in 2000.
The fierce polar bear just didn't work with the Scala theme, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's thinner and definitely it's growly. It's cute. It's not. I actually like the modern bear with the studs on its back, so your minifigure can ride it.
Right.
And that wouldn't come until 2012.
Wow.
And then they used the same mold for the white polar bear in 2014. But each of those have only appeared in 2 sets.
Wow.
Which is annoying. We want more bears.
That's because all the Arctic ice is retreating, and
that must be it. Yes, they got lost on the floes, and it's sad.
Yeah.
Poor bears.
Them and the dolphins.
And you know what? And then also all the Coke they drank. That's just bear diabetes everywhere. Yeah, it's not good.
They're commiserating with the dolphins somewhere.
And then 2000 also gave us the frog, which has appeared in 69 sets and 8 different colors over the years. And it's weird because this might be the only animal piece that eventually will be used more often representing something other than the animal it was intended to be. Like, for example, in the Arkham, I can't say Arctic now because we just talked Arctic, Arkham Asylum set, they make some nice gargoyles out of the frog piece for the head. And many other places. It's been in very non-froggy colors, being a non-froggy thing. So it's pretty useful little animal to have around. And then 2001, the Harry Potter theme started. And with the Harry Potter theme, they realized they needed animals to go with that. Yeah, so they added the rat and the owl. Which both first appeared in Harry Potter lines, but have made their way into other lines, though the rats have done the best job spreading across the themes, as they should. And I couldn't believe this. They put out a Star Wars set this year, the set number 75081, the T-16 Skyhopper, and there is a rat that represents a rat in that set. And I think, well, that's good. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, they had a rat problem still.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then in 2001, they also introduced the butterfly in the Belleville line. And these aren't quite to minifigure scale. They'd be ginormous butterflies. But I had to talk about them because, man, Lego really got girls in 2001. They're like, hey, let's make these butterflies, but you can also use them as a hair clip on your hair, girls.
I think my daughter actually would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And then when they're butterflies, they're giant, terrifying butterflies attacking the little Lego people.
Well, it could be good for like the Jurassic Park sets.
There you go.
I feel like it could represent the proto butterfly.
Horrifyingly cute.
Yes. And that was a big explosion. The 8 years following that, from 2002 to 2009, they only gave us 4 new animals.
Huh.
That's it. So another slow period. But one of those is another animal that I obsess over that I'll never, ever, ever get. And that's the elephant, which came out in 2003. They only came in 2 sets. There was 2 different colored elephants. So each set only had, one exclusive elephant. And to buy one, you got to spend about $50 to get a new one.
Is that on the black market, or is
that's
that
on Bricklink? Yeah, that's the Lego underground economy.
Get that ivory.
That's terrible.
No, those poor elephants.
I want one. I want one bad.
They were a neat looking.
They look
creature.
awesome. Yeah, and they're elephanty and they're in Lego form. And I just give it to me. Give it. If anyone has an elephant they're not using, and just wants to send it to me, I'm not above.
Yeah, go into a real life
we will
elephant.
mention you by name on the podcast. Is that something we can do as a? I don't have any standards. I can do that.
Yeah, they're very cool looking.
Oh.
Like the trunk is huge on those things. I wonder what if it's just a practicality with them. The molds exploded from the awesomeness.
I don't know, or I think they were just going for a very specific look. Yeah, that sort of denotes action.
They kind of remind me of Playmobil. They're so big.
They are, because of the one piece. Yeah, but it's rounder than a Playmobil one would be. I would say.
What else do we get?
Then you get, in 2005, you get the jellyfish. Now, I put this on the list, even though it's really just the cook's hat piece in translucent blue with a translucent blue cone underneath. So it's not a new mold in any way, but it does look like a cool jellyfish, and they used it in one set and then never used it again, which I find weird. They've done a ton of undersea sets that can't be that expensive to have that piece in that. It might be because it's a translucent piece inside another translucent piece, and they generally don't like when that plastic touches because of the wear and the breaking.
That's a whole other interesting episode, is just one-offs.
Yeah.
Like weird things we've just never seen again.
Yeah, things that seem like a good idea that they did once and never.
Or the molds broke, or like something catastrophic happened. They thought, man, this is just not worth the grief. Difficult to get right.
That would be, yes. If you're out there listening and you're thinking of
any ideas for
things you're like, why didn't they ever do that again? Let us know. That could be a fun future episode.
Yeah. So what else? So that's 2.
And then 2008, the ant appeared for the first time. Now the ant is weird because the spiders appeared in a billion things.
Yeah.
But they've had the ant mold since 2008. It's only appeared in 3 sets. All of them are licensed. There's 2 Indiana Jones set which have a really cool marble colored ant. So it's like a red and black smoky translucent that's mixed in. Looks really cool. Much cooler than the dark blue ant they give us in the Ant-Man set. Which, it makes sense that you're gonna put ants in the Ant-Man set.
Yeah.
But I'm shocked. I'm shocked they didn't put. It's the same scale as the spider, which is massive for your minifigs, which means it would be scary.
I guess they just think we need scary.
Spider. Or snakes.
Snakes, yeah.
And in 2009, from the very short-lived town sub-theme of Farm, which I think only had 9 sets, they gave us a cow, finally. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, what with killing off all of the polar bears with their methane, you think they would have more cows. It'd be everywhere.
You would think so. Yeah.
No.
But no. And they've done 3 different variations on the cow since then. But they have not appeared in a lot of sets.
No.
And they need to do more.
That's a relatively...
Yeah.
I would have thought that was a lot older.
Yeah.
But no.
No. It's a modern set. See, if they come up with the farm theme back in 1984, they would have done a dairy farm and it would have like 6 cows, right? But they just don't do that anymore.
What if this was too much like not just Playmobil, but those other like Fisher-Price toys? They had little farm animals and stuff, farm sets. What if it was maybe at that time period they looked in and went, they've got that farm market. Let's stick to what we do.
I think in general, the sets that sell well are story-based and action-based.
Yeah.
right? And I think there's not enough action for Lego on the farm sets.
Right.
Because even the city sets now, they have a bit of a plot, they have a bit of a story, and definitely a lot of play features. So I think that's why the farm subset.
No, we're not doing the animal farm sets.
Yes. But they could reuse the Fabuland molds and do that.
That's what I'm thinking. Come on, Fabuland Orwell.
Yes. Dear Lego, you're never going to do this, but...
Darker and weirder.
Yeah, and that was it. So very few sets over that period of time. But after that lull, Lego was once again back in the animal business. 2010, in the last farm set released, they had one set in 2010. They put the plain pink pig in, which is a cute animal to have.
Yeah.
Overall, the farm sets, not a lot of sets, good for animals though, as you would hope on a farm set.
But the unique animals on this one.
Well, the two unique animals came out in 2010, an ostrich and a camel.
Yeah. And
they both look awesome. And they both came from Prince of Persia, which is sets I did not have on my radar. I was not interested in Jake Gyllenhaal as an action star. Therefore, I was not interested in a Jake Gyllenhaal minifigure doing actiony stuff.
But
of the 6 sets they released in that theme, 3 of them came with unique animals.
Yeah.
You had set 7570 Ostrich Race, which gives you 2 ostriches. Why? I'm sure that was on clearance in my local Walmart at some point, and I went meh, and now I can just cry. I can just cry. I want those ostriches so bad, and I'm gonna have to pay secondary market prices for them in the tiers. And then there was set 7571, the Fight for the Dagger, which got you a dark tan camel, and set 7573, Battle of Alamut, which gives you a tan camel. So you'd have 2 different colored camels.
Camels, ostriches.
Yeah.
They're cool. I like
those are cool animals.
They are.
Yeah, get the camels and the ostrich and put them with my elephant. And come on, Lego. Let's go. So I don't know that we'll ever see those again, but the molds exist. I don't think they're worn out from producing those sets.
Oh, you just gotta wait till there's a movie franchise or something that has a need.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they're gonna throw some ostriches in the Star Wars movie, because then they'd make 1 billion of them.
There you go.
Yeah, so we can always hope. And then we're getting near modern times. 2011, they introduced a chimpanzee, which I hope is not replacing the monkey.
No.
Because the chimpanzee, it's nice, but it doesn't move. So it came out first in the collectible minifigure line, where it appears with the zookeeper in 2011, and then in 2012 they included it with the Jungle Boy, which is not Tarzan. He's legally differentiated from Tarzan.
Because he's Jungle Boy.
Yes. Similar, but not legally the same. And then 2011 also saw the release of the best set for any Lego animal collector that's ever been released. And, of course, one of the best sets they've ever released, period. Set 7189 Mill Village Raid, which we've talked about before. But, I mean, come on. You get 3 chickens, one of which is tan, which is only available in one other set ever. You get a spotted pig, which is only available in one other set. And you get an exclusive gray spotted horse, which looks cool. It looks like a work farm horse. And best of all, you get 2 goats.
2.
It's the only set to have goats, which is annoying because it's an expensive set, which means if you want to buy the goats separately, you're looking at around $30 each on Bricklink. So not elephant bad.
Yeah.
But did we say how much the elephants were?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, 50.
Disgusting. Yeah, it's $50.
It's those goats, yeah. So if you want your satanic Halloween
yes.
you want to build, man, it's going to get pricey. Can't have too many goats.
You can't have too many goats. Yeah, maybe you want to do a goat dairy farm.
Yeah.
These things exist.
They'll make again, this is so recent though that, I mean, these things will make a comeback at some point.
I hope so.
They'll find a cause for it. I mean,
yeah. A castle set with a cart with a goat in the back. Perfect, right?
Yeah.
A good $20, $15 set with a goat in it. That's all we need.
Lego. Mill Village Raid. That's all we're saying.
Yes.
That's all we're saying.
They could re-release that set and I would buy it in a heartbeat. That's for sure. And then over the last 4 years, Lego has introduced 13 animals that have never been made before and lots of cutesy versions of animals that have been made before because they started Lego Friends. And between Lego Friends and Elves and the Disney Princess theme, that's a lot of cute animals. And they're all very cute baby animals with big eyes. I get what they're doing. They look nice. You can't put a friend's horse beside a regular horse without one appearingly over cartoony. That's for sure.
No, they're cute, but they're not. I don't know. I like things with studs on their heads, and
it's because we're boys.
I think that's.
So the animals that have never been made before that they've made because of this are the hedgehog, a squirrel, turtle, deer fawn, orangutan, chameleon, lion cub, tiger, panda, penguin, seal, lamb, and fox.
Man.
With the lamb and fox only appearing in one set so far, and the hedgehog appearing in 5 sets, and everything else in between.
So it's like, how do you decide? Yeah, chameleon, orangutan. Like, what's of all the animals out there that you could choose to manufacture? It's like common, super obscure, common. But how do you decide what you're gonna go after? Yeah, there must be so many common animals that they just don't have yet.
But I think part of it is a lot of the animals come in a big jungle theme set.
Right.
So I think they went, what's a jungly animal?
Yeah.
And they went that way.
Huh.
So, but I agree, it's an eclectic selection for sure. But if you're building a Lego Friends zoo, you've got like stuff for the petting area.
Oh yeah.
You've got stuff for different diorama displays. Oh, it'll be very nice.
Just don't build a classic zoo or petting farm.
I just think if I saw a Lego Friends petting zoo or zoo, you would die from the cuteness.
Yeah.
It would be like
boom,
or just the creepiness of all those giant eyes staring at you. So that's all the animals they've made.
Wow.
But I can't leave without mentioning the one animal that got away. Which is disappointing to me that this doesn't exist. In 1996, Lego developed a bison prototype for use in their Western line.
Did they go extinct? Is that?
I think that might have been the Western line went extinct is what happened. And unfortunately, it never made it into production. I wish they could have snuck it in on one of the Lone Ranger sets or something, but nope. And Lego needs to make this happen, though. It's a very cute variation on the cow figure, which is, I think, a good way to go.
Yeah.
So, come on, Lego. Give us our bison. We want to be home on the range.
Again, they'll find a cause for it at some point.
I hope so. I hope. Good designs never die, right?
I think.
Yeah. So that's it. That is Animal Zoology 101. If you think we missed any animal, or if there's one animal that you think Lego needs to add to its lineup, let us know in the comments, or again, hit me up on Twitter. I'm at Still Sorting.
Yeah. And again, if you enjoy the podcast, rate us on iTunes. Let us know. Give us some feedback. Things that you would like us to cover.
And that's it. Until next time, I'm Jeff.
And I'm James.